Here we are, folks. The delay is finally over. We're able to get into the action here between ATK and the Gaimin Gladiators. I'm Bugs, joined by Laz, and here we are. Bowden already opening things up onto George out middle. Fady tapping away, trying to get something done, but that's not working yet either. Cynic, nice little headshot there onto Bowden. Maybe a little more to come right now. Fady on the other side, spammed through by Carson. And man, that is a bit unlucky there from Fady to get Glock spammed to the wall.
Oh man, that's such a feel-bad moment. I can't believe that actually happened, and now missed him. A little worse for wear. He's able to find nothing at all. It's actually Modem able to get it, but it's only one kill. Now Swisher down with the dualies, dual Berettas. This Cowboy's gonna have to be able to have a big punch, and it's just looking like it's a spam away. He gets one, not able to get the second. There we go, the Gladiators with a big pistol.
Big pistol, pick up the dualies too. Even better there. Gotta love a pair of dual Berettas. And ATK, true to form, aren't going to be able to pick up that pistol round. They only win about 47% of pistols on Inferno, and overall, they don't normally win a lot of pistol rounds. So we can expect Gaimin Gladiators to win the vast majority of the pistols throughout this series so far. But what we can expect also is a force back on round number 2, which ATK are quite potent in. And a big reason for that is the Scout of Bowden. He does a lot of damage for those guys. And their utility's also very solid. Chunk Cynic down to 60 HP, takes him down by 40. And Gaimin Gladiators will just set up here and get ready to walk around and find a way to get in onto a site. B seeming to be a very early probing destination, but nothing will be decided this early.
Yeah, Lehman looking at Modem. He's got so much control. He's just going to creep through the smoke. Oh, that timing. Oh my goodness. He's able to get that kill too. So now he's been able to take down one of the players here from Gaimin Gladiators. A good pickup now. The HP's low for B-Wills. He's down to 13. And they're going to keep on pressing forward. There's no flash available here, but look at that. That's a beautiful 1D, and B-Wills is put to sleep already. ATK now. They've been able to put this thing back into an advantage position here, Boggs. It's a 5-on-3.
5-on-3, and Cynic's kind of half dead here. He's a body shot away from death of the Deagle. The Scout notwithstanding there is over on the other side, but it's making its way through CT too. So Cynic will have to be careful on the cross. Utility will be set up here for the Gaimin Gladiators. They have a couple of flashbangs, a smoke, and Molotov on Cynic as well. Flash is going in. Cynic gets blinded, tosses another one to CT spawn. Has to push on, but there's 4 players here. The Scout no-scope for the smoke works out. Nice stuff from Bowden. George comes up with only one, and missed him. Will snag the last one away from his teammates jumping in there. Swisher will be left empty-handed out of that round, but ATK strike right back, doing something they do very well. Winning those second round forces. Doesn't matter if you're losing the pistol, if you can strike back round 2.
Yeah, a bit of a slow round that we saw from the Gladiators. I mean, again, they were trying to get some slow control, but then ATK, they had some really good pop moments where they were able to go for that banana control. It came up to Modem actually coming up big with 2 Deagle kills to get themselves those openers, and now ATK bring things back to an even game, and they got a lot of rifles to work with, and now the Gladiators are going to have to work with these pistols. Flashers are going to be used, and the double stack's going to get pushed back now from the defense. System and Modem now have to fall back a little bit, but they're still going to keep on pressing forward a little bit here, Boggs. Now we're going back to that 3-2 setup. ATK going to regather their thoughts and going to figure out what they want to do. And the Gaimin Gladiators, look at this. They're still trying to contest this.
Yeah, they're looking for something else right now. Gaimin Gladiators need a way back in. They did force back into this round. A couple of Deagles, Tech 9's on 2 as well. A little bit of utility to boot. They are going by the old adage of buy until you lose 2 in a row. It's definitely going to hold strong here. See if we can actually find anything, though. This Mistim MOTM pair, especially with the double rifles, it's going to be hard for Gaimin Gladiators to get any ground on. They're ready for this execute, but it's going to have to come in quickly, and they're going to have to use that one flashbang incredibly well, incredibly efficiently. So one thing they have, it's going out, it's going out. There goes the coffin smoke as well. A spray comes in, a team kill as well, and now MOTM's turn to shine. More damage being dealt. Bowden's made his way through 4 players. No, just 3, but it seems like a fast rotation anyway. Bowden with a no-scope again through the smoke. Nice damage, including the kill. Gets a second one. That's 3 smoke no-scopes from Bowden. And Mistim will finish up the last. A flawless anti-force buy from ATK. And already with a much better start than what we saw against Team 1 last week.
Yeah, this is looking a lot more polished than what we saw last week. I mean, again, it was, just not a close game at all, but like we said, Gaming Gladiators, man, they've been on a tear. They've been able to do some big damage, making, pretty much taking names, chewing bubblegum, right? They're just taking everybody out as much as possible. A little bit of a slow start, but that's okay. One more say we go here for the Gladiators, see what they can do. A little bit of pistol investment. Double P250s, but the rest is going to be Glocks. No utility at all. Look at this aggression. Swisher, he over peaks, but he's still going to survive this and missed him now. He's going to push down mid and ATK just like that. It's a flash out of the pan, and they're able to just get this thing almost looking like a sweep.
Yeah, it's only Glocks here for Gaimin Gladiators, so a clean mop-up not too unexpected. Swisher probably taking a lot more damage than he would like here. Carson, the last one standing out in ult and shut down there by the MAC-10 of Fady, which grabs 3 kills. That's a good chunk of change right there. $1,800 to his bank account and $8,500 going to the round. That's some serious stacks right there for a very key player of the ATK roster. Gaimin Gladiators going to buy up here, get the rifles across the board. A couple of players sacrificing firepower in the form of Galils for extra utility, those being Jazz Pimp and George. This is a round now. It's a bonus for ATK. They can convert this. They can set up for a prime CT start. That's a good trade back by Swisher. But still, early advantage. At least a 4v4 should still favor Gaimin Gladiators. And they want to push every... Yeah, this push by Swisher is being watched for. They're expecting it here. B-Wills is holding, spots him out. Takes a dink, but he'll deliver a killing blow. And that's 2 picks for 1. Fady wins that engagement. Actually, the nade will just go a little too deep, but good stuff there by Fady at the very least to stay alive.
I love this aggression that we're seeing from ATK, and I know you said it's a bonus, right? I mean, they got lots of fun, so they can be a bit more aggro. This is something we didn't see last week. They were just playing very stagnant. They didn't really look like they had much to work with, but now they're seeming to be a little bit more in their footing, and that comfort it's looking a lot more promising than what we saw. And now Gaimin Gladiators, they still have the player advantage just barely. There it is. It's going to get taken away. B-Wills is so low. He gets punished for it. Now Bowden able to find one. So it's at 3-3 one more time. Double smokes available for the Gladiators. You got Jazz that's going to be able to throw this outside of apartments. And now they're going to try to make some good footing. They got 30 seconds, Boggs. They could retreat and go back. And that B site, it's completely vacant. And look at this now. Cynic, he's been able to cross into Arch. He has the crossway. He might be able to catch these rotates off guard. Oh, no. And just like that, ATK, it's crumbled unless Fady, the birthday boy himself, can do something big. But he might just need to save the AK maybe. But now he's going to go back for the A hit. Gaimin Gladiators, they change their mind.
He spots the cross of Carson, who does go back for a repeat here. Has to be careful. Jaspimp's low. Nice little bait and switch play, though. Just trying to bait Fady into the crossfire. Let Jaspimp get the easy blindside kill. And Gaimin Gladiators strike against the bonus of ATK, but it did come at quite a cost. 3 casualties, could have been 4 very easily. And a very shaky hit in the end. Gaimin Gladiators unable to get anything really going so far consistently yet. We'll see if they're able to grow on that win. But this time, Bowden's got the op. There's M4s across the board on the rest of the ATK side. Swisher with the A1S. He was using the A4 up through last season. So it seems he's changed his tune here. The Gaimin Gladiators draw within 1 round of the early going of ATK. However, this is where we can start to see which team is going to take control. The gun rounds are here, and it's a 3-stack B in the early go.
We didn't see too much of this from ATK last time, right? So now, again, they're switching up the composition, mixing it up a little bit more. They're not going to fully aggress to this. Mistum going to be on top of the sandbag, waiting close by with Bolden. Have the op out. Just missing Carson's head. Molly's going to flush him out, though, so now Mistum's by himself, but Gaimin Gladiators are going to fall on back. They're not going to commit to this. Going to look like they're going to go for the A hit instead. Try to get some map control, get that mid bracket. Bottom able to get the smoke out just in time. He spots a player in the right moment too, so now he's got some information, but Swisher only able to find 1 kill, and now Fady holding a tight angle to see what he can do. He's able to get 1, looking for a bit more. He will be able to prevail with a double, make it a triple, and almost able to get that quad, and it's just down to Cynic, and he's going to need to put on an absolute clinic now, but it's going to just go right to rest, and we're at a 4-2.
Good strong round there on the A hold from ATK. Gaimin Gladiators unable to gain any ground. And Fady, 3 kills coming through there. Absolutely massive for ATK. Holds the line and really gives them a chance to win. Swisher as well chiming in with a dink and kill on the initial offering up towards middle. And the Gaimin Gladiators are going to be on Glocks again. A P250 for B-Wills, a bit of utility for Cynic. And other than that, it's just the Glock Pain train running up through, in towards the waiting arms of ATK. Banana aggression coming in from the CT side. And great utility damage up middle. Fady sprays down one, goes back for more. Odin in the meantime retreating, falling all the way back to Speedway. He's got one kill, but he's got Swisher here to help. But Bowden will still fall in the end. Of course, the mess is mopped up. MOTM will probably not be able to upgrade from the MP9, however. Swisher will at the very least save the op for Bowden, keeping the money solid on the CT side. But Gaimin Gladiators back on rifles again here, at the very least looking for a bomb plant. But I think they're more in the terms of trying to get rounds of the board here, keep ATK from starting to run away with his half very quickly. Map pick of the Gaimin Gladiators here, trying to capitalize on a bit of a weaker ATK we saw last Wednesday. But it looks like a lot of the holes have been patched up marvelously by Spray and Mistum, putting in that server time with the boys, trying to fix things up. That's a nice over-the-top kill from Bowden. And no refrag from Carson, just sitting out by Carr. ATK. This is the team that we saw last season. This is the team that we've been wanting to see this season.
Yeah, this is the ATK we were talking about, right? I mean, last week it wasn't looking like that, but now it's starting to look a lot better. Oh man, Swisher's trying to make something happen in the middle. Nade's going to come in, do some good damage. Cynic down to 77. And he's got the bomb too, so he's going to need to be a little bit extra careful with that. Don't give that away. Don't give that information for free. Now, Gaimin Gladiators grouped up for the mid hit. Trying to isolate this. Now Mistum's going to have to fall back with them all. He's good, but Swisher, he doesn't care at all. He's going to dunk him, and ATK now. They put their banner all over the place, and Cynic now on a 1v5 attempt. The ace clutch to see what he can do here, Boggs. He's got 45 seconds, but he's got so much to go against. And look at that, the CTs, the bullets are just swinging by, and there it is, an MP9 to finish the job, and 6-2 now, only with one casualty. This is totally different than what we saw. I just cannot stress that enough.
Timeout coming through here from the Gaimin Gladiators, and it is the perfect time for that. Would have been a question mark if they had not called a timeout here, but they are going to do so. Give Semphis a chance to talk his mind and try and fix what's going on, because what they've tried has not worked. ATK have had the answer to every problem. Aside from Pistol and that one bonus round, really, ATK have looked very strong. Minimizing casualties is a great part of the CT side. 2 players at 8,000 plus, 2 at 5K. That's a strong CT economy here for ATK, and it goes along with a solid 4-round lead, 9 rounds in. So for ATK right now, things are going incredibly well. It's just, can they build off of this? Can they make this more of a consistent factor? Can they pile on the score here before they go to the T side? Because they would definitely like a very strong CT side leading in to what should be a little more difficult T.
Yeah, and we were talking about this with ATK. I mean, this is a 4-loss streak they've had on Inferno. 4 losses. The closest game they had was against Party Astronauts, which went into a double overtime game. So they weren't able to make it work, and now they're starting to really show off, and they want to make sure they can move that little hit from their record. They're making a big eco cleanup here, and nothing really happening from Gaimin Gladiators. Some good damage being inflicted, but again, just not enough. And now George by himself, a 1-on-5. I mean, if he can pick up a gun, this could be huge, but at this moment, he's making the noise. You can see he's just kind of sacrificing himself. He knows his destiny, and now we'll see that gun round come into full effect one more time. And enough for that op. We see the op come out into the floor, and it doesn't look like it's going to be.
I wouldn't expect Gaimin Gladiators to go for an op on the T side of Inferno just because they don't have somebody like Bowden. They don't have an OC type op, or they don't have a Pwn alone who you want to get that op into those kinds of players' hands every single time you get it. Gaimin Gladiators more than comfortable on the rifles, although Bowden shows why you want the op there. Goes around a gap in the smoke, takes down B-Wills, has him for brunch. A spam back from Carson will do a little bit, just over half to MOTM. But as it stands right now, finally Gaimin Gladiators get something back in. That's George going into Boiler. Flushes Swisher out of the system, but 4v4 still, and the op of Bowden been a very tough nut for Gaimin Gladiators to crack. They don't have a lot of space regardless of the manpower being even. A little more space being opened here. MOTM though could get timing. Nah, he'll do the timing. He'll spray down Carson. Knows he's gonna walk through that smoke. Great read there. Flash out. Now it's just a dry. No, there was a flash there from Cynic, who will actually take down Fady in the end. Bowden falls to George, and now 2v2. Bomb can go down here, but already MOTM clearing up through brackets. Has missed him close on guard towards Moto 2. Cynic has the bomb, has to get it down very quickly. Tapping, looking for a push, plenty of time. Has to be wary of his backside though. MOTM in apartments, working through. Spray doing damage, but MOTM still that snake in the grass. That little linchpin, nice from Cynic. Now I think they know where MOTM is. Yes, he's revealed his position, and he is chased away. It's a safe plant though. It's only going to be planted for Cynic. That could pose a problem if George goes down in pit. MOTM 1v2 with no utility.
Oh, and he's still waiting. A tough spot to be in. It's a bit of a choke. He's got the high ground, so I mean his aim is just going to go all over the place as soon as he hits this ground. And there you go. He's trying to make the shot. If he gets that kill, he's going to try to contest for it, but now realizes doesn't have the HP, doesn't have the time. It's better just to save this gun. Even though they got the money, it's just not worth it at this point. Maybe scrape up an exit kill, maybe one or two if you can. Oh, they both just miss each other too. But a really good round from Gladiators. I mean, honestly, the way that that round started, I mean, ATK were able to get a good footing, and then all of a sudden, Gladiators, kind of that lane and apartments push was able to find it. That flash that was critical, and I think that was from Jazz that was able to throw that above and then allow the one player to flush right out of the apartments. That allowed them to kill Bowden, which was a huge pickup, like you said. Bowden's been kind of a menace. Yeah, he's only got 8 kills, but man, those off kills are just becoming detrimental against Gladiators.
He's been giving them some opening picks. His scout kills, especially in the early going, were incredibly critical. 3 scout no-scopes through the smoke in the first 3 rounds. And there's a blind opener onto Carson. Just takes the shot, gets the timing right. And there's another opening pick going the way of the Gaimin Gladiators. Cynic has an op, but has failed to respond, and now Bowden's going to get boosted on top of the half wall. George getting flashed up through brackets, sprayed down from behind. MOTM playing well around that piece of utility thrown. There's still a couple out towards the porch side, too. Rotation from Mistim to bolster the A defenses. Now, it's a manpower advantage for ATK as Gaimin Gladiators try to string 2 in a row. Nade will go forward, but Cynic will go down. Through the smoke, they'll walk, and into the spray of Fady. 8-3. ATK all day. And there just seems to be no stopping this team right now on CT side. Another timeout could be on the cards for the Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I mean, with an 8-3 scoreline, like ATK have now put themselves in the position where they win this half, and Gladiators, if they don't pick up this round, it's kind of a weird bye, but if they don't get this, this is, like you said, kind of the moment we want to see them call that timeout because they need to get something moving. There's the molly to distinguish the smoke to distinguish the molly, sorry. Gaimin Gladiators looking a little bit stuck now, and this is going to be Carson. He's trying to put some pressure onto this. There's going to be 2 players close on by on the half wall, Mistim and Modem. Firing power, are they going to be able to hold this? This could be an absolute show, or this could just be curtains closed. Gaimin Gladiators just on the other side of this wall. Boggs, oh man, the suspense, it's killing me.
Well, and MOTM's killing Jazz Pim. Carson trades it back. The IGL for ATK hits the deck. And that's a 4v4 again, but a faster take onto B might work out. Bowden misses a shot, unusual. The nade goes forward, though, and he will rectify his mistake. Takes another shot, though, but one's crossed into Grill. Already up towards Coffins. George keeping an eye on that smoke. Waiting to see if anyone wants to walk through it. CT spray catches Bowden. The last spray there from Cynic. And MOTM falls as well. Molotov ticking. Carson gets another. Leaving it all down to Fady now. 1v1. No bomb plant. This is more than doable. Yes, it's doable. Fady with a clutch up. And ATK now triple the score of their opponents. No buy coming forth from the Gaimin Gladiators either with no bomb plant. 9 already on the CT side is solid on Inferno. If ATK make this 10, 11, or even 12, Gaimin Gladiators might just have to wash their hands of this map, wash their memories, and get ready for Dust 2.
And this was their pick. this was the pick from the Gladiators, and like we said before, they're on a 3-map win streak on this. They're 3-0. They had a 16-8 versus Team 1. They were able to have a 19-17 game versus Unjustified for the ECL. And they've even beaten ATK on this before. But right now, they just don't look like they're functional. It just looks like something is missing. The engine's missing one of the main components to run here, and Gladiators need 3 rounds at least to get themselves a respectful half, maybe a 10-5. Swisher gonna get caught. Oh my gosh, it's a full bamboozle moment here in the middle. Now the CTs can push Sean back. Okay, there we go. We see the Gladiators now getting a little bit of that mid control, but look at this, Boggs. It's the ATK triangle, and now these Gladiators, they're getting stuck on this. The smoke about to dissipate. Modem might be able to find this. He will, and there it is. Cynic now by himself. He should be able to get this off, but if ATK play their cards right, I mean, this might be their 10th.
Cynic with the op in hand. Nice shot. Good placement onto Fady, but MOTM right on the balcony will kick Cynic to the curb. 10-3. Was just pistols really there for the Gaimin Gladiators, so nothing you can really expect in terms of a win there from them. But as we move forward, ATK with plenty of money really still, even for the rest of the half. Gaimin Gladiators struggling to get bomb plants even. And that's the scariest thing right now for the Gaimin Gladiators. They haven't been able to consistently even get the bomb down. They run into stiff resistance anywhere they go. There's nobody on ATK who's negative in terms of kills. That is already something that bodes poorly for anybody up against that. MOTM and Fady both at 14-5. And when MOTM's having a good game, it's usually a good sign for ATK too. He can be a bit of a hot and cold player sometimes, but when he's firing, the rest of the team usually is there around with him. Fady also a key player for this ATK squad, a bit of a pivot point, if you will. And having him performing well like this as well in those multi-kill situations, that Pit 3K comes to mind. It's just overall everyone on ATK woken up and wants revenge for that loss against Team 1.
Yeah, they really just want to put on a better show. But now Gladiators have been able to get themselves that bracket control without any casualties at all. It's just been utility damage across the board here. And Swisher now going to be winning the opening 2. They're just running into him, man. He's got the broom out. It's a sweep, and he's looking to find another 4th, but he's not going to be able to make it happen. He takes some good damage, but Bowden able to put one more to the grave, and now it's just down to Jazz on a 1-on-3. Modem spotted. Again, another triangle situation, and that's an 11-3 we see from ATK. The discipline that we're seeing from this team, it's turned to a whole new trilogy.
Yeah, this isn't the prequels anymore. This is the original trilogy now for ATK. They're looking good. They're looking great. And it seems like last week was just a bad dream, which is a great sign for ATK. It was very concerning to see that, but right now it looks like all fears can just be estranged, just completely washed away. So confident, so crisp, making the right decisions, holding the line for multi-kills, just up and down the lineup here. Good entry there from Carson, but Swisher's already got one, and MOTM trades that right back. Takes quite a bit of damage. It's a 4v3 here in the favor of the CT side, and they're collapsing on this B site. Being read like a book are the Gaimin Gladiators, walking into the arms of ATK. Fady, MOTM, we'll get a couple more. Cynic will trade that back to a 1v3 instead of a 1v4. Battling for more, though, it's the op of Bowden. We'll hit to that break at 12-3.
Ay, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. What? About too hard, ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry dry, it's a desert. Do whatever it is that you Everything that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basic, skipping this classic. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished the scene, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music I spice things, up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my nigga from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard.
And back into the action here. A marvelous half from ATK. 12-3 their lead as they head now to the T side of Inferno. I'm Boggs, joined by Laz. We welcome all of you to half number 2 here, map number 1. This best of 3 between the Gaimin Gladiators and ATK. Gaimin Gladiators, a lot of halls control. 3 players to be exact, and ATK seem to be walking right into it. Jazz Pim, nice little headshot there, goes for more. B-Wolves has another, but MOTM sideswipe. Bowden holding the line, sprays away, walking backwards, and takes down 2. Bomb can go down, but it's 2v2 with plenty of time on the clock. $1:23 to go, and that means ATK can do whatever they want, but what they want to do is bust out onto the A site, punch in those digits, and hope Mistum and Bowden can hold the line. Bowden's in the red, though. 8 HP, and Mistum falling away, has no armor, crosses to Graveyard. The nade could do him. Yes, it will. Right on his head. Will we see an 8 HP clutch from Bowden? We will not. Runs right into Carson. Had to take a fight. Understandable fight there for Bowden. Pistol round victory. 2 pistol round victories here for Cynic and Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, a much-needed pistol round that we see from the Gladiators. It finally comes back in, and it looked good for ATK, and Mistum was able to get some good information from the player in middle, which I believe would have been Cynic. Now we see the Gladiators picking up that much-needed round, and no messing around, man. They're buying some guns. They're going to fully invest into this one, of course, and they got some rounds that they want to scrape. But with that bomb plant, too, ATK, they're going to put the AKs on the board as well. So if they can win this round, Boggs, I mean, this could just put the money game into a whole other situation here for the Gladiators. It could just be a complete shamble story.
Yeah, and this is, I think, what ATK would like to do right now is just completely reset Gaimin Gladiators, basically make a repeat of what happened in half number 1. ATK lost the pistol, won the ensuing 4 spy, and went on a run from there. Gaimin Gladiators, they have 3 M4s, but there's 2 AKs for ATK, and in the hands of Fady and Bowden, those are going to be some formidable foes. B was blind, though. Takes down 1, Mistum trades it back, and they know where the next is. Walking through the smoke, spams, hopes, prays, and Fady will finally finish off Carson. Unable to retreat there. 2 coming up banana now, spotted, but not dealt with. Good spray there from Jazz Pim to eliminate Bowden. Masters that bomb, ticks away. This 3v3, though, the health heavily favoring the Gaimin Gladiators. Jazz Pim goes over top and takes down Swisher, spams the coffin. Mistim and Fady now. AK and Mac-10. Nice headshot from the IGL. Swings back for more. It's all down to Fady. Out in the open. And both rounds out of the start will go the way of the Gaimin Gladiators. But 2 bomb plants in a row means ATK will be able to buy up strongly in round 4 of the half.
Ooh, it's a tight defuse too, man. No kit, so that could have been a little bit longer. ATK could have put themselves in a different position, but the ball plant's not bad. I mean, now they got themselves sitting at that, 3,000, low 3,000s, maybe the odd 4,000 amount of dollars. So this round, we're probably going to see a bit of that utility with the Tech 9s coming to play. But I'd like to see ATK put a little bit more pressure against Gladiators now, because this is where momentum can get a little bit more built up, right? The confidence can start feeling a little bit better for the Gladiators, but 3-2 we go. It's going to be the split. 3 players towards A. It's a 4-1 split here from ATK. Rushing in the middle. The flashes are now going to be commenced, and these players can fall on back. And Cynic, he's able to find 2, and George is able to help him out as well. Just leaving it down to Bowden and Mistim. The last 2 remaining players with 1 minute and 30 left, Boggs.
It's a lot of time on the clock for the Gaimin Gladiators. It just seems to be killing time until they can get to a 6th on the board. ATK with only Bowden and Mistim left. Now just Bowden as B-Wills holds down Carr with that souvenir masterpiece, by the way. I wonder what that's valued at these days.
Oh, man. It's a lot.
I remember when masterpieces were like 40, 50 bucks. Not souvenir. Those were the days. And for ATK, CT were the days, because right now they're 0 for 3 on the T side. But this is where the real test comes through, isn't it, Laz? Guns out for ATK.
The guns are out. Bowden's going to have that op T side. We'll see what he can do with it. This is going to be a very big test, because if they lose this round, I mean, they're going to put themselves... They get that 3,400 loss bonus, but again, it's not going to be enough really that we see them go for another rifle round, but there's a good potential that Gladiators can scrape themselves 2 rounds in a row, but we'll see what they can do. Back to a default setup from ATK. A little bit of banana possession coming in from Modem. Good nade that could be placed, but the CT is going to fall back. They'll actually go for the double stack. No, they'll cancel it now. Back to a 3-2 setup again here, Boggs. We haven't really seen anything too adventurous from the Gladiators so far.
No, we haven't, but we haven't really needed that either just yet. I think they're trying to get a feel for how ATK are going to play this T side. Gaimin Gladiators have the confidence in their individuals to hold down 1-2 kills before they eventually fall. So they're kind of gambling on that in this sense. They're kind of betting on their individual prowess right now. And knowing the kind of players they have, it could definitely work until they figure out what ATK are doing. And that's a bit of a what shot by Cynic. Catches Swisher in the brackets, spams him down through the smoke, and unlucky there for ATK, who are stalling out early on here on their T side, audibling it back to the B site. They have only a flash and 2 smokes in terms of utility. This hit, it doesn't bode well, especially because Carson has a full belt of utility, including a Molotov, just completely stall out any aggression from the ATK side.
And missed him throwing that smoke too, so now what he's trying to do is make it a bit of a fake for the Gladiators, and they still have these 3 players at the A site, so they haven't actually gone for a rotate yet. Cynic's still expecting something to happen. But now ATK, they have to go, they have to move. There's only 19 seconds left. The execute's coming in. Bowden's able to find the early pick. Can he get himself a second? He will. It's going to be Carson giving his back. So now they got enough time to get this bomb plant. But they're going to have to start moving. There's only 6 seconds remaining. It's down, but now Mistim comes up with 1. Looking to make it a second. It's a 2-2. And Mistim, he's still pressing forward. Why is he doing this? But it's working out for him now. And he's able to get 1 more, making it the 3rd. And that's going to be a 13th for ATK.
Mistim isn't the kind of IGL you'll see at the top of the scoreboard consistently, but he has his moments. He's a kind of IGL you can rely on to get kills when he needs to. And that's exactly what he does right there. Steady as she goes, good crosshair placement, no panic from Mistim. Puts them all on a body bag and gets that 13th on the board here for ATK. Stymies this early streak from the Gaimin Gladiators, who now have a bit of a money problem to deal with. Nobody with any residual cash left over. And if you want to nitpick and say there's $100 and a couple players, what's that going to buy you, a decoy? It's nothing right now for the CT side. ATK, same could be said for them, only Swisher and MO team with anything resembling some sort of cash flow. It's a swing round, but this definitely favors ATK a lot more than the Gaimin Gladiators, especially now that Fady walks out a balcony, takes down George with a nice little crisp headshot. Only one left on A, too. This is a big problem, and it's only Cynic with a deagle. He's going to get mollied out of position. No, he's going to sit in the fire and sit for 2. He'll roast, but he's done enough to level the playing field. Bomb can go down, but ATK overlook a critical position just because there's flames and drop 2 to only a deagle.
Oh, Ripperoni. How do you like him? Flying cooked apparently, and now it's a 3-3 in the CTs now. Creeping on through. Jazz is able to take the player into graveyard. Able to find another, so it's all just down to Fady. He's going to have to come alive. He's going to have to pull up everything, but he's not going to be able to. And Gaimin Gladiators, they are not giving up yet. They're going to be able to get themselves the 7th round. And a lot of time here for the defuse. The op is going to be retrieved back. And I thought that was over with. But like you said, man, Cynic, the fact that he's able to get 2 kills, sitting in a molly, and just a little bit of lack of discipline from ATK to fully clear that. That was the demise.
Yeah, they're like, hey, it's Molly. He's not going to sit in the flames, right? He got 1 kill. He's not going to stay there, right?
It's a bold move, though, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Cynic. Like, you never would expect that, ever. I mean, I say it's a lack of discipline. It's not really. It's just they could have cleared it a little bit better. But oh, wow, they're going for this. Oh, wow. Wow, they're just committing. All right. Well, there you go.
That was a husky nade.
Are you not entertained?
Oh, I am very much entertained now. 12-3 to 13-7. Look like a 13-8 unless the pistols of Fady and Bowden can bring this back. I think we've got a match on our hands here. It's not going to be a walkover. No team's going to be a pushover right now. Fady creeping through the smoke, trying to catch somebody off guard, but he'll think better of it. Toss the flash back to Bowden. And instead, they might go for a bit of a utility piece play. Flash going over the half wall. And nobody's there. Gaimin Gladiators know better than to stick around against pistols. AK picked up for Bowden now. Maybe a little bit more damage can be dealt. At the very least, thin that CT economy out more. That would be a helpful prospect. Flash into grill. CT rotations here. No smoke for the cross. 3 out of 5 players from Gaimin Gladiators are in CT spawn. It's not often you can say that.
Nope. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fady. He's done. Bowden doesn't have any armor, too. That aim punch. Oh, it's so frustrating to play against, but a decent effort. But Gaimin Gladiators had the perfect read on it. They were able to get the rotate in. Like you said, they're just sitting in CT spawn waiting, right? Just waiting for the show to start. And now it's a 5-1 second half that we're seeing. ATK have been able to only scrape on 1 round. But we'll see the guns come out again. Bowden going to fully invest into the AWP. Limited utility for him. He does have that smoke and flash. Swisher only going to have the molly flash. So ATK, we'll see what they'll do a little bit differently now. They've been playing that default positioning. They're playing a little bit more aggressive in the middle now, Boggs. The molly's going to be a little bit of a track stopper. So now they're going to get that bracket control pretty much for free now.
Solid nade damage coming through here. Early on onto ATK. Gaimin Gladiators. 4 stack on A. Leaving just Carson to hold down the B site. I say just Carson, but he's definitely capable of some good individual performances. B was in a good fast rotation spot too. Utility beginning to flood over onto the A site. Jaspim getting a little antsy. Spots out 1. That's a good angle onto Fady. He'll spray for more. Runs into another. B-Wills has Swisher on a platter, though. 4v3 in the favor of the Gaimin Gladiators. That'll force ATK off of the mark of A and going back towards B. B-Wills already on the hunt, and Bowden goes back. Spots George keeping an eye on middle. That'll level things up to 3v3. B-Wills, though, spamming through the smoke. Carson has MOTM. It's all down to Bowden, who shoots and backs away. 36 seconds is an eternity for him to try and survive. So we can expect him to try and get something more done, at the very least another exit kill. Sitting around T-ramp wondering what to do. But the Gaimin Gladiators should be able to draw within 4 here. Unless Bowden has a heroic 1v3 with only 20 seconds on the clock. Cynic backs away. Bowden has the sound cue, but there shouldn't be enough time for him to really get that bomb down. He'd have to kill Cynic in literally about a second and a half to be able to get that down. He's just going to save. He'll sit in kitchen, try and whip something up for the next round.
Yeah, really good play from Cynic. I mean, he played it's just very aggressive, very aggro, sorry. And then the fact that he gets that noise cue, decides, I'm not going to commit to this fight and just fall on back, play the time. If he would have died, that would have, like you said, that would have allowed Bowden to be able to get himself into that site with a post plant, with an op. So the fact that Cynic just, plays that in a very efficient way, doesn't go for the duel, but instead just plays it properly like that, that's what you want to see. And now the time what's going to come through in ATK, they need to start figuring out what to do differently. They don't have the money, the greatest money situation. Modem can AK up. Probably could see some Galils if they want to force up something, but we're going to need to see something a little bit different now, Boggs. And again, Gladiators are only one round away from getting in themselves into a double-digit situation. And honestly, their CT side has been quite precise.
Yeah, their CT side has been a complete and total departure from what we saw on T. A scared, timid team without much of a game plan. Here we see a team that's pretty defensive, yes, but it holds the line. It does the job more than adequately. And ATK with that hero op of Bowden, not really too much else to do. Pistol's gonna try and close the gap and get something done here. But in the most part, it's just going to be Gaimin Gladiators welcoming these pistols in, hoping they don't get overwhelmed. At least taking down 2 for 1. If they can get 2 for 1 trades on every engagement, Gaimin Gladiators will be happy with that result. And for ATK, how do you get the op on the T side of Inferno into a good position? That's a good opening there as well. George catches Fady, good flashbang from Cynic. Cynic's had some good utility usage for the Gaimin Gladiators so far today.
Oh man, Bowden just missed that shot too. It's the one player. It's Carson by himself, and now they're trying to get themselves across, and Bowden, oh my goodness, he's got to get out of there, but now he's going to get killed for it. He's a bit too slow. His running shoes are tied together, and he falls right over, and now Modem, the Tech 9, goes for a big old swing, and it's only going to be 1 kill, 1 casualty against Gaimin Gladiators, and man, it's starting to look like full steam ahead here, a 7-1. With a 10-13 scoreline. There's still that buffer here for ATK. They got enough money to get the AKs out. Bowden's going to have to just force up what he can. It's low for him. Let's see what they can do a little bit differently. I like that mixture in the play. They tried to, cause a little bit of diversion in mid. Then they tried to go right back for the B hit right away without any delay. It almost worked, but just a little bit too much of a good hold that we see from the Gladiators.
The utility shells being lobbed over from both sides to not really great effect this time. The utility damage has been a lot better rounds prior. Carson going to shuffle over the smoke grenades. I don't remember how long exactly that mechanic's been out, but it still makes the game so much more interesting to me. There's so many more things you can do with the utility shuffles. I absolutely love that feature. And I don't think it'll ever get old to me. George, though, won't get cleared out by Fady. Wasn't expecting that kind of an angle. It's blind. MOTM goes in, but goes for a quick switch. And that'll be his undoing. B-Wills trades it back to a level, or not level, but now a 4v3 in the favor of Gaimin Gladiators. Ooh. Nice shot from Mistum, though. Now a Molotov in. They know, it doesn't explode right on him. But the opposite, at the very least, gets one more. 3v, 2v2, 1v2. Swisher has to try and clutch this one up. Bomb going down back sight. They're both coming in Moto side. Swisher will now go towards Porch, making sure nobody's coming in brackets, but it's a group up here from the last 2 Gladiators alive. Carson and B-Wills. Guns out. Smoke for utility. One going over top. Spots out Swisher. No, now he does, though. That'll help out immensely. And there's the finisher. Of course, it's Carson. Player with the highest impact rating of all 10 here in the server. That'll be now 13-11. 1 round for ATK on T's side. It's been all Gaimin Gladiators this half. And a timeout called here. Called by ATK. Necessary timeout, my friend.
Very, very necessary. I mean, the effort was there from Swisher, and honestly, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought he was going to go for that gamble play to push all the way around Arch, but I think he was still expecting somebody to be apartments. He knew one was Arch, going to be pushing in that site, but he could have got that kill, which I believe was Carson on top of Graveyard. That could have changed things around, but got a little bit too premature on the shot and misses it. And now the scoreline's getting closer and closer. Double AK is going to be, now there we go, triple. I was going to say, why are they not buying their AKs? They finally will. We'll make it happen. So the good thing that we're seeing from ATK is, again, they're getting the bomb down at least now. But it's all about that post plant. We're just not seeing from them. And like you said, that molly that last round was A little bit of an unfortunate situation that could have really changed things around, maybe saved a person's life. Modem already taken down at 52 with the HE. And Gladiators again, right back to the classic vanilla setup. They're ready to go. They have the rotate coming in here from B-Wills. It's kind of just going back and forth for a quick jog in CT spawn, and ATK, they don't even know what they want to do.
No, they don't. And they've been stonewalled every place they've turned. They've been shut down, stymied. Pick up the thesaurus and look for more synonyms about that. They've just had no luck. No success. And there's finally something. A good pick by Fady in CT spawn, too. Basically shuts down the rotation back to the B side. It's all going to rest on the shoulders of Carson to at the very least get two of these players aggressing onto the site. The rotation from Gaimin Gladiators will be delayed because of Fady's presence, and Carson comes up empty-handed. Is this the strike back? Jasmine denies, and George eliminates Swisher in Mexico. Here comes a turnaround. Bomb goes down, but it's a 3v3, and the Gaimin Gladiators do not want to say die this time. They do not want to say die just yet. They want to close the gap to one round. And they're tapping away. They have the idea somebody's back car. Missed him, swings, and he is demolished. George comes in with a crisper. Bowden returns with one of his own. That's the CT player. And now the position of the last two CTs are known. They're going to save.
Running.
They have to now. No health. Money's not great. And ATK will grab a 14th.
That kill from Bowden getting that one player in CT changed everything. If he would have died, we would have saw Gladiators committing to that fight, but the fact that they lost one of their high HP players, one of the healthy ones, they have to sacrifice. They have to make sure they can keep those guns into the rotation. They got lots of cash. They got enough for the gun round. And they were able to pick up the op, and Cynic's going to be able to have that ready in the rotation now, too. A good execute that we see from ATK. Again, they catch these CTs on the mid-rotate, and that's something we didn't see before. And now, Gladiators, to see if they switch things up. They've been putting a lot of lean on this A side here, Boggs. I mean, it seems like we see B-Wills typically likes to go on the rotate, but now back to that 3-2, and now it's going to be Carson and B-Wills flashed out. They're going to get a little bit of a love tap, but they'll get a second life at this. Another crack at the chest, and Modem, look at how much pressure he's putting on still.
He's trying to put a lot of pressure on here, up towards Carr, but it's not being really reciprocated here by the Gaimin Gladiators. They're content to give it up. And they don't want to risk anything right now. It's a very low-risk style of play.
So much utility burn, too.
Mm-hmm.
The Gaimin Gladiators have just thrown everything at the B site.
But look what ATK have overall, too. They don't have much.
Yeah, just a couple smokes and a molly with a flash. I mean, they're not really bragging about the utility usage either, but...
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, they're going to go right through this Cynic. Going to put that off to work. He's finding the first. Looking for a little bit more. The flash might come in, so he's going to swing through this. Oh, he's just going to swing through it. He's a smoke critical. Oh, God. He's able to get another one. That's a triple. Looking to make it the quad. Takes down the kneecap. And it's just down to Bowden by himself. A 1-on-4 situation. Doesn't even have the bomb in his possession. And look at this. The Gladiators. They're on a Slayer mission now. They're looking for him. But Bowden's able to take down that Opper. Little consolation prize for the time being.
Every little kill Bowden can get here is huge to damage that CT economy. And with the time ticking down, is Bowden going for a save? He has to be. This is risky. This is really risky here from ATK. They only have a couple of rounds in terms of a lead now, 2 to be exact, and it's not going to be a full buy from ATK unless they want MOTM on a MAC-10 or a Deagle. I almost want to see another timeout from ATK here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, I think just given how this round went, I think we'd almost want to see another timeout being used. They still have it available. Oh, but they're going to have to just go for the pistols and some of the utility. And Bowden saving that AK, he's going to be able to put that into work. He does have full armor too, so... But they're a little bit more grouped up, so the execute might come through. Deep molly from the CTs. Oh, but look at this lean again. This is where the 4 players are going to stack towards A. They just leave Carson by himself. It's a 4-1 split, so the distraction's coming in from Fady. I thought he might have been able to throw some util to just kind of keep these guys on the bait. But now they made their presence known, so now the CTs are on the rotate. But now the execute come in, and Carson, he's doing some damage, but he's not able to get a kill. Mom might be able to get the plant, though. The money situation's going to grow a little bit, but this is a 5-on-5 retake.
5-on-5 retake on the B side against pistols. It's not going to be pretty here for the Gaimin Gladiators. Mistim's already got an AK, too. This is not easy. This is not clean. Oh, head shows, and Jaspim capitalizes. Spots the player running pillar, but Jaspim has to readjust. Takes down another. In comes Cynic. That's a nice flick. And MOTM's the last alive, stuck behind the pillar. Hemmed in. Too many different angles. Carson the one to finish him off. And a defuse coming through. 1 round separating these 2 teams. And it was a 12-3 half for ATK. That has shrunk. It has turned the other way. 13-14. Almost a do-or-die round here for ATK. As their money will not be great unless they get a bomb plan. If they lose this, that could give Gaimin Gladiators a 15-14. What a turnaround that would be. 2 rounds of the T side is not enough. They need 3 at the very least for overtime. 4 to claim victory. They've achieved half of that number. They need 2 more. Utility exchanged out towards B, and all the damage has been eaten up really by ATK until Carson burns in that Molotov towards sandbags. He'll retreat though. B Wills up close and personal. Clearing out towards car. Hefty B presence up over the logs. Depends on how the smoke works. Oh, a double spray down! B-Will smells a rat, and he will capitalize. Headshot on the first, and gets the second falling down. Knew what that setup was. A trade comes back, but Jaspim does a little bit to Fady on that smoke spray. And ATK down a man here, and looking down on their luck.
On B-Wells, he's right beside Fady. He's just in this mini pit. Oh man, he might be able to find this kill. Fady doesn't even clear it. He gives his back away to it. Oh, now it's just Swisher and Bowden. The last 2 players. Swisher's able to get a kill, but it's a cost of 9 HP. Bowden, the only healthy player, still has that bomb. Swisher's trying to do something. Spraying frantically to see what he can find. Bowden spots the 1 player inside a big pit. The molly to push him out a little bit longer. But now, I mean, Swisher, his presence is known. He's not in the best spot to get out of this yet to get this kill. If he finds his kill on B-Wills, this might give him that the smallest margin of an opening. Oh, and now it's Swisher, not able to find more than that, but B-Wills with a quad.
B-Wills with a solid 4K. Carson was already on his way up through brackets too, cutting off the mid-rotation. They knew it was going to be an A hit. They just didn't know how it would come through here. Gaimin Gladiators have battled all the way back to tie this up, and now we're going to see a timeout once more from ATK. Their 3rd of 4. The lead has slipped completely through their fingers. As much as they've tried to tighten their grip, the sand just kept on streaming out until it was all gone, until it was all tied up. Bowden has the op. Missed him with a Galil. Funnily enough, neither team has used a double op setup so far today.
Yeah, and you would think out of all teams, out of these 2, it'd be the Gladiators to do that.
ATK has a pretty potent double op too. I'm surprised neither team has done it.
Well, won't be the time now, but I agree with you. A little bit odd, something we haven't seen, but tensions are high. Game is at a 14-14, something we never thought we'd see.
No kidding.
Like you said, 2 rounds on the T side from ATK is just not enough. And they need, like you said, 1 more at least to keep themselves alive in this game. But look at that. Modem and Swish are already down to 45 and 41 HP. That's just utility. That's just the utility usage from the Gladiators, able to find some good work inside of middle. So now they've been hit a few times. They've been wounded.
Yeah, a couple wounded members over on ATK, and that's great return on investment for the utility thrown by the Gaimin Gladiators. Especially on Inferno, too. CT utility can be such a leg up if you're able to land it right, and the Gaimin Gladiators have been able to do so. B-Wills and Carson trying to hold down the B site. Bowden leading the charge with an op is a big of a question mark there. And he's going to go dry into CT. Goes before the smoke. And now Carson follows up with an 8 onto MOTM. That's a pair of picks towards B. Flushing ATK back to the A site. Jaspim's here. And he will not be cleared just yet. Doesn't even take much damage. Now does get taken down to 2. But He's tossed a molly, and he's got backup. George holding the line from Mini. Actually kind of wide in the open there, leaving it all down to miss him in a 1v5. Things are going dim here for ATK, as we are going to go see a full 30-round game of Counter-Strike. The thing is, Gaimin Gladiators, unless something goes horribly wrong, will have map point here before ATK can. Missed him. Walking out of Balk. Looking for something out towards lane.
Oh, he didn't spot him. Ooh. Great shot, but now they're just pushed. Look at this. They're just going to push him by himself. Unless he does something unreal. He's already dinked. He finds another. Looking to see what he can do, but now he's getting bamboozled. And there's the Gladiators now. Map point is in their possession now, Boggs. And this is do or die for ATK. A lead. Let's just go back for half a second. A lead of 12-3 from the first half has now been to a second half of a 12-2. We're pretty much seeing a mirror image.
Yeah, and it all comes down to this one to see if we will see a full mirror. Timeout called again by ATK. They've used all 4 of their timeouts. Don't want to let this one go on any longer. No op for Bowden available either. This T-sided money only able to get a buy up because of the bomb plant from Mistum. As it's getting dire here. Yeah, it's not their map pick, but a 12-3 lead. Just gone in the blink of an eye.
Oh, the T sides have just been, I want to say demise, like both teams, like they just don't have a T side. Banking on the CT side.
And wasn't it last week where ATK and Team 1 didn't have CT sides?
Yeah, I think their T sides were better, so a little bit of a backwards day apparently.
Yeah, well, it all rests on the shoulders of ATK now. This is their last chance to seal the way this match, or to at least get this to overtime. They have to get it to overtime at the very least, and Cynic will try to deny that one as best he can. Takes the op shot, takes the op peek, and MOTM will be the first casualty. A pressure, though, from ATK, going up the lane. The bomb's still very far removed in alt middle. Jaspim, that's a nice spray, drops down in a mini bit. George has another swisher, comes up big with 1, sprays away, takes down 2. 2v3, this is doable now for ATK if the bomb can go down here. Nades well timed. Only 12 points of damage. Okay, nothing too much to really write home about. But ATK have that bomb ticking, they have that bomb down, and they'll see if they can get something done here. Retakes call coming from the Archmoto side. Cynic wants to work the op out towards Porch aggression. Through that smoke. It's Bowden. Drop. Oh boy, he got both. He gets both headshots. And it's all down to Cynic now. 1v1 against Bowden. Op v op. Except one has a rifle. One has a 5.7. And it's Bowden. He keeps ATK alive. Bowden and Swisher ship us into OT. And we'll see you in 3.
No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black. Cause the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life.
safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. But she bring me back, not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Oh, you bring me to life.
T-side rounds have been few and far between these two squads, totaling 6 across the board. 12-3 CT-sided halves for both the Gaimin Gladiators and ATK brings us to overtime. I'm Boggs, he's Laz, and this is map number 1 of this best of 3 here to kick off our week of ESL Challenger League. Gaimin Gladiators will retain their CT side start, but I think the main thing is going to be whoever gets that T side round has the advantage, and MOTM opens it up nicely. B-Wills trades it back, and Cynic will get one more, but it's responded to immediately by Fady. And look at George's position out in alt middle. Gaimin Gladiators are all over the place, except for on the sites.
Oh, and he misses.
Oh,
Oh, he
boy.
misses that kill. Oh, no. Oh, man. It's fine. I mean, Jaspem, he's able to get that kill, but Fady's in the site. But look at the bomb. The bomb is on Bowden Master. He doesn't know the site's open, but Fady, he's going to get this one kill, so he's been able to stop a little bit. But now Bowden has to start moving. You can get that information from Fady. He can communicate that at least one more player is in connector. So now Bowden realizes that he can get this bomb down. But does he play aggressive box? Does he push forward with that AWP? But instead, he's actually going to push towards Banana. Very interesting setup now. And look at this. He's got the right read.
No way.
He's got this perfectly read.
If they line up for him. Oh, they're just going to go one by one. Molotov there as well. He's going to know where the next guy is too. Drops the molly. There's a smoke. There's a flash. There's a push. Oh, no. George takes his time. He's trying to burn Bowden alive. The smoke's not going right. George has him. Bowden just gets unlucky. The smoke bounces and will not put out the flames. 16-15. Gaimin Gladiators luckily scrape by with a round victory to kick off overtime. That was almost ATK picking up a precious T round right off of the rip there. Man. Gaimin Gladiators are living right.
Oh, man. You hate to see it if you're a fan of ATK. Bowden Master almost had that in the bag. He just missed that smoke. Like you said, bounced off. Wasn't able to distinguish the molly. A different change of pace we saw from ATK. Modem was actually playing quite aggressive in Banana to get that first opening duel. Now they're going to slow things down a little bit more. Modem again going to put a little bit more pressure towards that Banana. So Gladiators are going to be pushed back a bit. But now mid-bracket going to be obtained here for the ATK squad. Fady though gives his back, and Jazz actually goes for the swing, and Fady needs to get the trade, and he's going to be able to help out, but that op, it's exposed.
Nice response there from George. Bowden looking for a refrag here out towards A, and he'll get George creeping through a smoke. Bowden looks to be getting a lot of those smoke kills pushed through on round 30 to get a pair and give himself an opportunity to secure that round. And then this time, just watches George walk right into his crosshair. Free gift there for the ATK opper. Carson sitting out towards B. So the bomb is over in that direction as well on the back of Mistum. ATK burning clock, trying to see if Gaimin Gladiators want to make a play here. The play has been to rotate over towards B. 30 seconds. ATK have to make a move, and I think they're going to try and go for a split here. Leave Bowden out towards A. Let the rifles hit on B. Because at this point, they'd have to go knife out all the way back to A side to have a chance to get that bomb down. Bowden's already gone, but that's not going to drop B-Wills away. The smoke, that'll keep him on towards B. Carson, can he hold the line from Coffins? Watched for by MOTM and finished off by the very same. B-Wills in CT as that smoke down. 3v2 in the favor of ATK. Looking for a necessary T round here in OT1. Cynic coming up through Banana. Doesn't bode well here for the Gaimin Gladiators. Flashbang goes high. Cynic has one more flash. That's all they have for utility. Fady pushing in towards CT. Catches B-Wills. And that's the round. Surely nothing Cynic can do in a 1v3. Doesn't even know there's a player. Coffins spots up the hat now. That'll work. That'll do.
That'll do. No time. Cynic, unless he can get these kills quickly. There we go. Because surely we don't see ATK just kibosh this plan, right? All right, we're good. We're back. Even game. Said it before. We'll say it again. T-side rounds are building up here, Boggs. Slowly and surely.
If ATK win 2 rounds on T-side, it's over, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Get more than 2 rounds on T-side. It's done, right? Oh, Bowden. What is that, Molly?
Was that supposed to be a flash? I don't even think that's supposed to be a flash. I think that's just a miscue.
I think it was. I think there was a misclick. Yeah, he's like, oh no, look at this, Carson. Oh. Good night, Modem.
And that's why that Molotov has to hit car. Case in point right there.
I like that Gladiators capitalize on that though, right? Like, I mean, they realize, hey, they didn't molly this. Let's just go for the swing and they get a free kill.
Yeah, it's a good read there by the Gladiators. A great response. And that's what you do. You have to capitalize on mistakes. It works out well for him. Finally, the first double op we've seen as well. It only took 33 rounds, but we do have it now. Carson and Cynic holding onto the ops for the Gaimin Gladiators. Carson back on Coffins, the one player on B, as has been the case for the most part here. Counter smoke there from George to make sure nobody walks out balcony. Jazz Pimp dodges the flashbang and will go forward instead. Finishes off that player pushing up. That was Carson. In the meantime, the Beast, or rather not Carson, that was Fady. Carson, speaking of the devil, is going to get dropped there by Mistum. Nice shot. B-Wills.
Sandwich. Oh, they're so sandwiched.
Oh, yeah,
they're so sandwiched. Gladiators have made a double stack sandwich, man, and bomb's going to get planted, sure, but Bowden, his time is ticking. His time is absolutely ticking, right? All right, B-Wills takes him out, and again, some good game sense we're seeing here from Gaimin Gladiators. Sorry, I mean, again, they have the Q, and ATK, for some reason, they always just want to push that B site, but now it's going to be a 17-16.
They weren't able to get those 2 T rounds. At the very least, that means they only need 2 CT rounds to secure overtime, too. Meanwhile, Gaimin Gladiators have to win 2 rounds on T side to be able to get this one over and done with. Dust 2 still waiting in the wings here.
Oh, I don't even know what to think of Dust 2 right now, especially with this game, right?
Yeah, no, I have no idea what to think about Dust 2. Because, to be quite frank, it's kind of almost the anti-Inferno.
Kind of is. I would agree with you. A lot more open. You know, just a very different setup than we see from Inferno, but I have been impressed by ATK. We talked a lot about them in the first half, right? I mean, you can't take anything away. I mean,
no.
From what the results we saw last week to really making things looking a little bit more clean. It's been something to see. I mean, their T side, we'll just ignore that part, but we'll talk about the scoreline, right? So they're looking a lot more prominent than what we saw from the earlier results against Team 1.
Yeah, CT side's looking great. CT side's looking fantastic here from both sides. I think we can kind of forget the lack of a T side for now. Now, what will things look like on Dust 2? I don't even want to fathom a guess. We'll have to see when that time comes.
I mean, the forgiving thing is that the one thing that's good to note is that Dust 2 is I feel like it's a bit more forgiving on the T side than it would be on a map like Inferno, but it's just, we're going to have to see what happens, right?
2022 stats would beg to differ with you.
That's true. It's true.
And that's the crazy thing, too. This isn't Inferno 2014. This is Inferno where T-sides can win the half. And it's not too big of a shock.
Yeah, that never used to be a thing. So
no.
Funny. Look at us
right
now. Who would have thought?
Yep. Look at us. Who would have thought? Here we go, though. 16-17. Gaimin Gladiators need 2 to win this half and win this overtime, and thereby win this map. ATK need 2 for OT. Push up through brackets. Fady already with the opener. Cynic going back. We'll take down Fady. Molotov flushing ATK ATK's member out into position. Bowden headshotted by George, but in comes Swisher now towards Arches. Re-aggressed by Cynic. Bomb recovered and brought back to the A site. 3v2 in the favor of the Gaimin Gladiators. Molotov out towards Porch to ward off a push. The bomb can go down here. Cynic on the site, or rather Carson on the site, just waiting. Cynic bringing the bomb here. Going for a plant. No more utility left for either side aside from a flash on ATK. That's going to go high. Dodged well by Cynic. He'll take down Nistum and spots out the gun barrel of MOTM. George will swing in conjunction with Cynic. And 18-16 map point. The second map point that Gaimin Gladiators have achieved is finally theirs.
I love that strategy too. I mean, they just play a lot more aggressive. They get into the apartment's control. They're able to win those opening duels, and now they're feeling a lot more confident. They really want to get this thing over with. I mean, again, this is their map pick. So I think that frustration might be building up a little bit. But we'll see that op-out going to be into play here for ATK. Bonin has it ready to go. Putting it towards A site, but look at MOTM. He's able to push down Banana. No trade going to happen. MOTM's low, though. He's down to 36 HP. The Molly not going to connect onto him. A good HE might be able to do a bit of damage. Yes, it will. Cynic. He's already down to 55. They're having a party on the ramp, and it's already getting a little bit kiboshed again.
Yeah, it's kind of how T-sets have gone. You run for some map control and you get punished. More utility being thrown down Banana, though. An aggressive peek from Bowden coming through as he'll jump on towards the half wall. Cynic going through with the off of his own. Will flick up! And that's a magnificent shot by Cynic. That'll tie things up at 4 apiece in terms of man count. And they're going to flood on towards the B site, scaling forward. This is the call. MOTM sprinting back to help through. Tosses that flash over. Missed him on the site. Coffin smoked. MOTM just waiting to pop off through that smoke. Traded back nicely, but missed him. Still holds strong. But it's George to follow up with the second 2v2 bomb going down. This is do or die time again for ATK. This time they have to retake and get that defuse. Kits on both Swisher and Fady. Molotov for Swisher. Flash on 2. Smoke going through. Swisher with a lineup! And Swisher comes up huge. Had to have a moment there, and ATK will stay alive. Missed him, holds the line on site. MOTM with the aggressive picks. And then Swisher coming up as the caboose. Pulling up behind the train, but making sure it can make the station. 18-17. Another map point for Gaimin Gladiators. But ATK have found another lifeline.
We see this from both teams too. I mean, they play so aggressive on those post-plant T sides. I mean, they just get so aggro that they're trying to get some space, but man, they get punished for it. And I was waiting to see which team was really going to get the fine against it, the ticket against them. And Swisher, he's able to prevail with a nice double. Timing is everything, right? And he's able to find it. So now ATK, one more round to keep pushing themselves into this overtime. Whereas Gaimin Gladiators, like you said, they're going to be able to have one more chance that they can pull through this and a victory. It's a full group. It's 4 players towards Banana with just the lurk of George on the back of apartments. Waiting things out. And Cynic's low again. A minute and 15. He's already down to 11 HP. And George got a little bit of company above him. Fady's very aggro. They got so much information. He's going to be able to get this free kill.
Free kills are always welcome. It helps out for ATK, who need this round to stay alive in this map. Flashbang kill for Bowden. Missed him around the smoke. Catches off one and takes down Jasmine to 42 HP. No trades back yet at all from the Gaimin Gladiators. Cynic and Jasmine looking for some sort of kills, but they're hitting nothing but air. They're whiffing right now behind the pillar. Nice flick again from Cynic, but does he have more in him? They need 4 more kills. Good damage on the Bowden. Good angle from Jasmine. No responses, though. The bomb is dropped in towards tree. That is very unfortunate for the Gaimin Gladiators here, and it almost seems like a matter of time before they fall victim here in this round. We go to overtime number 2. Cynic going forward. Will not recover the bomb. Both players one-shot territory. Bowden watching for the flank. 17 on the clock. A move has to be made here from the Gaimin Gladiators. Held down well by Swisher. And Modem will get the last overtime 2 coming through. It just seems that nobody can win enough T-sided rounds to get a win, but they win enough to make sure it's not a flawless CT half.
Right you are, Boggs. Right you are. But you know, the thing is too is again ATK when they get on that CT side, they just it's a whole different team. They just look pretty much just getting brisk headshots, you know, left, right, and center. And from Gaimin Gladiators, we're gonna have to see what they do a little bit differently. And now they'll be on the T side. I mean, we saw that aggression in the very first round of overtime where I think they put the pressure in the mid split in the apartments where they're able to win those first opening duels. Got a little bit scrappy once the execute came in, but again, allowed them to get that opening duel, the double actually opening duel. And we know these players, they're you know, they have such a raw firepower from the Gladiators side here too. So we'll have to see if they put that into use and if Sempus, the coach, has been able to kind of whisper into their ears and figure out what they need to do to get across that finish line.
Well, they have to get across the finish line at some point.
Otherwise, we got a long night.
Yeah. Hey, we still got Dust 2 and Mirage as well, folks. We're just on map number 1 of this best of 3. And Mistim's on 2 HP. Cynic with a wallbang shot. Won't be able to finish off the in-game leader of ATK. Nade's going to be exchanged out towards Banana. B-Will's taking the brunt of that. Gaimin Gladiators looking for at least one round on the T side. It's kind of the bare minimum you need. Nice utility will take out Bowden. That op's not going to have a problem for Gaimin Gladiators to deal with anymore. And now an A train looks to be on the cards here from the T side. All 5 getting ready for an A push. Swisher's up close and personal as Fady is back up. But if they go down like that, that's a free kill for George. This becomes a big problem here for the CT side.
Yeah, Swisher's in the middle of the site by himself, but he's got reinforcements coming in. Swisher, the one-player army, needs to hold this down. He's able to get the one, able to find 2 more. He's able to annihilate them. It's just down to Modem, though, by himself. A 1-on-3 situation. No utility in the world. It's all just about hitting shots now. Waiting things out. Utility is removed from both teams. And he's stuck in the most precarious spot, and he's not able to make anything happen. Cynic goes for the big swing, and he's hitting that dinger, and Gladiators again start things off with a beautiful T-side round. And one of those rounds that we talked about a lot of in the story here on map number 1, and see what else they can do, and if they got a little bit more juice in the tank.
Yep, we go into another series of overtimes where we're going to see if a team can break that curse of the T side. Gaimin Gladiators, if they find a second here on the T side, should have this one on lock, unless ATK will find something. They'll dig deep and pick up an answer. Aggression down Banana from MOTM has support from Bowden, but they're going to back off now. Don't want to overstay their welcome. Nades won't really do much, but Swisher's up on top of the elevated flower pot boost. The Greats boost! Looked for, but not able to be taken down by Cynic. Good opening here for ATK. Now Bowden goes over top, and that'll be pick number 2. Good strong start to this round here from ATK. No response yet from Gaimin Gladiators, and now it's a lineup play for Swisher. Goes for 1. Will only take down 1. Carson on 4 HP, though. Should not have anything left to do. Besides die. Bomb down a T-ramp. Gaimin Gladiators rushed it. They'll pay. 19-19.
I feel like we said tie game a lot of times. Team X in the lead. How many times? Recently, yeah, you know, fair. True.
I mean, it was 4-3 at one point.
That is also true. But you know what? I'll say it again. It's a tie game, and even though ATK lose the first round, I mean, they bounce right back. They're able to find what they can do, and if Gaimin Gladiators can get themselves a second round for that second overtime, the transition into that CT, this is where things could really change it up. And they got an op here in the hands of Cynic. They're playing quite aggressive into the apartments. Now they're going to be able to push into Boiler, but Swisher on the other side. Does Jaspim go for the spam? Does he try to see what he can do? There hasn't been a lot of times we've seen players playing the boost here. But we'll see what else Swisher can do. He is close by with his teammate Fady. Just on the right of him. Spam's coming in. Not going to connect on him. Oh, look at this now. The bomb's coming all the way back through the end of alt middle. And they're just going to go for it. They might just try to go for the dry peek in the middle here, Boggs.
That's risky. Molotov's good. Flush has missed him back. There's still too much to do to take brackets dry. Damage done. But no opening here. MOTM, or rather Swisher, still in Porch, too. He's on top of Porch, actually. And that's going to be a good opening here. Traded back nicely. Bowden has another 4v3 in the favor of ATK. Time ticking. That's the problem with a dry peak bracket. You just run into too stiff of an opposition. Too many different angles to clear. The very least need a flashbang over top, and even then that makes it incredibly difficult. Rotation back from Mistum to help MOTM out, holding down this B site. We'll see if Ian needs it. Molotov going in. Mistum's here before the smoke goes. He'll peek, and he'll spray down two. Looks for the third. It's all down to George. Bomb can be recovered, but can this round be for the Gaimin Gladiators? Time is not there. 9, 8, 7, and death. Half number 2 coming through. Only one round again on the T side. Gaimin Gladiators, they need 3 straight to win it. 2 for OT. ATK, only 2 rounds on T side to steal away the map pick of the Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, like you said it best. I mean, this was the pick. This was Gladiators map pick. And they've been having such a, phenomenal run on this map, but you can't take that away from ATK. Like I said, I mean, we talked about the 3 map wins they had. This was, sorry, for Gaimin Gladiators. They had, 16-11 victories. An overtime game versus Unjustified, and they even beat Team 1 with a pretty convincing 16-8. But now, ATK, I talked about it before. I'm going to bring it up again in case you're just tuning in. This is for them to kind of figure out getting their first win in 4 attempts on this map. They've had losses. About all losses. They haven't been able to get a W in a long time on Inferno.
Be a great time to break the ice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't be too bad.
And against a good team, too, going into your map pick. Trying to stay alive in that top 4 race. Would not be bad at all for ATK. In fact, probably just what the doctor ordered. But getting 2 rounds on T side has proven to be far too difficult for both these 2 teams. In fact, neither team was really able to get anything done in the first half. I mean, it took them 5 rounds for every 1 round they won on T side for the first half, for the regulation halves for both these 2 teams. So technically their win rate on T side has improved from 1 out of 5 to 1 out of 3. But the problem still remains the 1. Somebody's got to make that a 2.
Somebody's going to have to pull through. Somebody's going to have to pull up the socks and ready to go. But I mean, even this game so far, I mean, we've seen, again, Gaimin Gladiators have, I think everybody's had their moments. But I mean, I think when we typically talk about this roster, I mean, I feel like it's evident to say, Carson's probably one of the heaviest fraggers. I would honestly argue that B-Wills is probably one of the top fraggers as well. So we haven't seen their name like across the board. I think B-Wills has had a really good series so far on map number 1. I can't even say series, it's only map number 1. But they've had a good map 1 in the series. But we'll have to see what else they can do. But again, ATK, what we saw before, it was only I think it was Bowden that was the only player that was putting up some decent numbers in the later series. But now we're starting to see everybody come alive a little bit more.
Yeah, it's been a lot more even from ATK, and that's a good sign from them considering how last week's series when it was Swisher and everybody else. So for ATK having everybody relatively close in terms of kill count, that's a good sign. Gaimin Gladiators, I think the same problem kind of exists for both these 2 teams.
It does. Again, their T side's just non-existent, right? I mean, but it's hard to just hamper on that because again, their T sides are poor, but at the same time, on the other side of the sword, CTs are looking pretty strong from both teams too, right? So again, ATK's, their CT side has improved drastically since the last time we saw it, and Gaimin Gladiators again showing us what they've done before.
Now, will ATK get 2 T rounds out of 3?
Well, I'm a believer. You?
Spray's not here for ATK right now. If he was, I don't think this would be happening.
Yeah, and actually, I'm so glad you brought that up too, because I mean, we only do have the coach here from Gaimin Gladiators, and typically Spray is here from the ATK side, and we see a lot more timeouts that do get commenced. this time we haven't seen it as often. I mean, a lot more obviously when the rounds were getting pretty nitty gritty, but I agree with you. I think Spray would be able to have a bit more of that pep talk with the team and kind of figuring out what they need to do to get that cross that finish line.
ATK back on the T side here, sending some utility early. Nobody's taking any utility damage. I think both teams have become very aware of what the other does, but Cynic decides to go in towards bedroom, puts Switcher to sleep. Fady trades it right back. George is aggressing though, and that'll be a man advantage here for Gaimin Gladiators. Only one op for him. That op being in the hands of Cynic, or was in the hands of Cynic until he went silent. 4v3 though, Gaimin Gladiators trying to hold the line. Carson rotating back, B Wilson Carson defending the B site. Missed him out in towards apartments. Could be going out A if ATK want to go that direction. It seems that they will. Good amount of time on the clock, 101 even now on the clock to try and push towards A. Jazz Pimp and George holding the line. One in pit, one towards Moto. Carson making his way back towards A as well, keeping an eye on Speedway. Nice opener there from Jazz Pimp, though. Catches missed him out in balcony. Mahanaman Bowden walking in towards CT, exactly where Carson wants him. He wants him coming into his domain. He's got the read on him. Will he guess the right direction, though? Will he get the right timing, or is it going to come down to Mahanaman Bowden pushing on towards that B site? Good pick there onto Carson, but there still is B Wills to contend with.
B-Wells, look at this. He's still pressing forward. Oh, he's repositioning. Oh, he's going to get this free kill, and that's the bomb. The bomb has been dropped now, Modem. He was trying to clear the site as much as he could, but now he's by himself. 10 seconds remaining. The CTs, they've been able to secure the banana control. And there we go. An even game once again. Phenomenal work from the one kill from B-Wills. It's so impactful that it just solidifies the round. If he would have died, that could have changed everything. I could have just completely flipped this round all over the place.
Exactly. It's a critical hold there from B-Wills, who's kind of been a silent menace, really. He's just been stacking up kills slowly but surely. Hasn't had too many flashy plays, but when he's made the kills count, he's made them count. Also, Cynic has 38 kills, which I just realized now.
Mm-hmm.
He's hit some nice op shots. I didn't realize he'd hit that many good op shots, but he's definitely having himself a moment too. Top of the scoreboard across both sides here. But if Gaimin Gladiators are able to win this round, it really puts ATK in a bind where they have to win a T round or else it's over. That's a position neither team wants to be in. And ATK split up again, looking for an opening pick from the looks of things. But that opening pick has been hard for them to find. Oh, the boost on the sandbags. Gaimin Gladiators expect it. Don't want the challenge.
He's able to hide. He's still able to win that fight. Goes back for a second chance at this as Swisher's going to take him out. So it's just two players remaining here at the A site for now. It's going to be Cynic and George. And Cynic again puts that off to work. The nail of the coffin, he's able to find one kill. ATK still have a bit of time that they can reconvene, and that's going to be Cynic again. He's able to find that big kill, takes down the heavy op here from ATK. It's just down to Modem and Mistum remaining here on the 2-on-4. They still have to clear this site. They still have to worry about George. He's just sitting in the big pit. He might be able to be that element of surprise. The smoke's coming in. Oh, they're pushing him, but he's not able to get that kill. But Mistum, he's down to 15.
Bomb not down yet, though, lads. That's a bit of a problem here. Gaimin Gladiators can shut down that cross. The smoke goes out towards Moto. But Cynic already has lane control. That's the bomb falling forward. Time, it's gone. It's over. Mistum falls before time. B-Will's going for the kill hunt. But Gaimin Gladiators have another map point here. It's been hard for both sides. It's been tough. Gaimin Gladiators have another map point. He tried number 4 to seal the deal. If they can do so, they go into Dust 2 with a good amount of momentum here. Big, tough win over ATK, who have really shown a lot of spunk here, a lot of life. Utility being thrown forward. It's ATK. What do they have left in the strat books?
Fady was trying to be that, again, that lurk, a distraction point. But look at, bomb's still in the back of T-Ramp. They haven't even advanced it yet. Yeah, they got the banana control. Yeah, they've been able to get themselves in the execute, but Carson now has his reinforcements. They're all here. It's 3 players. This execute is coming in way too late. ATK are running into a bit of a trap. Yeah, they have 1 player advantage going into this execute, but the CTs, oh, B-Wills, he ain't afraid of nothing. And now the positioning from Carson's going to be able to get the bomb planter. Makes it 2 more! Missed him! The last player remaining to survive, to keep himself moving. 50 seconds left. The smoke blocking his vision. He's looking to see what he can do, but these CTs, they're all here. They're all just waiting for him. And there it is. Map number 1 in the bag, and it's going to be Gaimin Gladiators. They're going to take this thing